Hey everyone, Nick Eatman here along with Stephen Jones, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer out here in beautiful Oxnard, California. And we're not going to talk weather again. We know it. We love it. You love it. Now, what you don't love is obviously seeing any kind of injuries out here. Had some earlier this week at wide receiver. James Washington gonna miss a few weeks. Can you talk about what you still like about the receiver position, but maybe what is the next move there at receiver?
Well, first of all, once you start putting these pads on, it's inherently going to happen that you're going to have some injuries, but that's a part of the game. Of course, what injuries do, though, is allow other people to step up and make some plays. And, of course, we're seeing some of these, some veterans, some young guys. I know Noah's having a really good camp, was before the injury, and he's doing a real nice job. But then the young guys, Tolbert's really stepping up and doing a real nice job for us. And then, after that, you got, 3 or 4 guys that I think are going to be interesting guys to watch over the next weeks as we move forward, whether it's a Semi, whether it's a Houston, whether it's a Vasher. All these guys are making plays as they move through their workouts. And, I think they've got an opportunity here to get our attention.
Break us down a little bit from the rule standpoint of what happens with specifically a Gallup and James Washington. The tough decision is going to be right there when the cut down is, right? You just have to determine, is he going to be on IR for another 4 weeks, or is that when the tough call is for you, those two?
Well, for Gallup, they're really kind of in different categories.
Yeah.
Gallup's going to be right there, Is he going to be ready game 2, 3, 1? I mean, you just don't know. If you know for sure it's going to be 4 weeks, then what you do is you keep him on your 53 and then you move him over to injured reserve, which then you can bring him back after 4 weeks. Washington, on the other hand, he's going to be on for a significant amount of time. It just boils down to we keep him on the 53 and move him over so we can get him back, right. 4, 5, 6 weeks into the season. But he's probably for sure looking at missing at least 4 games.
And as far as guys that are out there, you say it all the time, it's 365 days you're evaluating. I'm sure you got your eyes on some people, but you're just going to have to, is this the time, let's just see what these young guys do first.
That's it. We want to see what these young guys do, who can step up, and then, we're always trying to improve our roster, and that obviously now more than ever includes receiver, but we're always looking for some guys who could come in here and maybe improve us, and we'll certainly do that with the receivers.
Number 4 looks pretty good out here, as always, Dak, and I'm sure you're excited about what he's going to do this year. Let's go to the next level, though, at quarterback backup. It seems like that's pretty wide open still with Cooper Rush and Will Greer, and then you have Danucci as well.
Well, I think Greer's having a heck of a camp. I mean, Cooper's always been steady in the boat, and he's, a guy we know we can count on. He won a big game for us last year at Minnesota on the road. But Greer's really, I think, making a move here and doing some real nice things out there. He knows, really getting a good understanding of what Kellen wants in the offense, and he's making good, accurate throws and making plays.
Josh Ball and Matt Waletzko were 2 guys you wanted to see a lot of as swing tackle, backup tackles. Waletzko with the shoulder injury, probably not going to see him for a little bit here. But is Josh Ball kind of taking that next step and moving up?
Yes, I think he's really answering the bell here. He's doing some real nice things. One thing I've been impressed with him is he's able to, play the right and play the left side, which can be a challenge for young guys. But I think he's really stepped up, doing a nice job. Obviously, Steele's doing a really good work there, and then certainly Tyler Smith's getting some work as well. So it's a good young group. They've got a great opportunity in front of them to step up and be a part of this thing.
Where's the comfort level? And I know earlier in the week they had some misses at kicker. You got 2 guys pretty inexperienced. Is there comfort level there at kicker?
Yeah, I mean, we're letting them compete, but as I said, we're always looking for ways to improve our roster. And not unlike the kicker situation, sometimes you may be competing a guy who's not here right now. So, I know they're working on their craft, and they're getting better each day. But at the same time, I wouldn't rule out that we'd look at other kickers.
All right, give me 2 defensive guys. They could be rookies, veterans. Give me a couple defensive guys that have been standing out in your mind.
Well, Sam Williams continues to do a great job. He's really turning some heads out there in terms of what he's doing. And then another one that I really think's going to push to make this team is Bell. He just keeps making plays. He's physical, and doing a nice job for us.
All right, those two guys were making some splashes in the offseason, and they're doing it out here in Oxnard as well. All right.
Absolutely.
Stephen Jones, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer. We'll see you next time.